My people, hope everybody's enjoying their blade show weekend. I personally did not go, but I know lots of people got to go, and that is super awesome. Hope everybody that did go gets everything that they want. All their hopes and dreams come true. Do me a favor, hit that like button. You can be one of the cool kids like me. That'd be very much appreciated. If you're interested in supporting the channel in any way and you like the content, there is a link to Patreon in the description. All donations obviously will go towards knives for content, and then eventually given away to you guys. Make sure you subscribe. I do have a giveaway going on. If you're interested in that, you just have to subscribe and then go to the video in the video list and get yourself entered. Make sure you check out dnkknives.com if you are shopping for a knife, and then you can use this coupon code behind the edge 10 for 10% off. All right, today we are going to talk about another knife that came by way of Mr. Nobody. Mr. Nobody sent a anonymous person, donor, to the channel, who sent quite a few very nice, very expensive knives. This one is called the Spartan Akribis. It is an American made. It's a production knife, but it is made in very small batches. And actually, as far as I'm aware, this one is no longer made at all. Here's the info on it there. Box, just it's kind of like a Hinderer style box. Had a little pouch, and that's it, and a warranty card. And they do have an excellent warranty, by the way. So this is a 3.5-inch S35VN bladed folder. The stated HRC from Spartan on their website said 59 to 61, which is normal for this blade steel. It has this kind of looks like a titanium nitride coating. They call it ZRN. I'm not sure if it's the same thing or a little different, but it looks pretty cool and looks pretty durable, feels durable. It is a little bit different than DLC as far as texture and feel, but it kind of looks similar, except for it's iridescent a little bit, as you can see there. This is a liner lock, but technically and basically a frame lock. The only thing covering that lock is this carbon fiber scale, which is just laid over top of this. I'm sure everybody can see that it has a hidden pivot, and I think that's pretty cool, except for it sucks whenever you have to adjust that pivot, and it's inevitable, it'll have to be done. This one at the moment is absolutely rock solid. No up and down, no left and right. Rock solid, 100%. Has a G10 backspacer that literally covers the entire length of the handle, and a excellent pocket clip that is not deep carry, but pretty dang close. About this much hangs out of your pocket. Not that bad. I'm absolutely in love with this knife. Oh, and it can be front flipped. Hard to do under the camera, I'm not even going to try. But you can get your finger on that and front flip it. It's not easy, but it can be done. Dual thumb studs, the thumb studs, clip, everything's titanium. I stuck a magnet to it. So I doubt these screws are, which look like a T6, but that is what it is. They really rarely are. This knife is discontinued. Not 100% sure why, because it is fucking excellent. But it is. I'm guessing it just didn't sell well. Real quick though. Sorry guys, give me just a second. I had to shut the door to the shop because the dogs are not going to stop barking. This knife is available at a couple places. I did see it on Knives Ship Free. I think it was on GP Knives and a couple others. And I absolutely, before we go any farther, I recommend you going and getting this knife. It is quite expensive though, but it is quite good. The G10 model starts out at around 440 bucks, and this particular one is around 500. Yes, that is a lot of money. Quite a lot of money, but it is super rock solid built. Great fit and finish, excellent materials. Yeah, I know, S35VN. It is what it is. It is very, very well made and definitely rock solid. The blade is quite thin, very well done and ground. This particular one is has been used and sharpened, and whoever sharpened it did not do a great job. I will fix that, no big deal. Relatively thin stock for a Spartan knife. Definitely thinner than the Harzy. But do with that information as you will. It'll cut, and it'll cut well. This one is very, very sharp. The action is on phosphor bronze washers, but it is quite good. Hard to show it off on camera, but the camera's so close to the table, but it's good. What's next? The acoustics. This thing sounds crazy good. Listen. I love that. I love that sound. That sounds like you're sliding a rack on your pew. It sounds amazing. I have to say, man, I think this knife is, in my limited experience, just as good, if not very close to being as good as the Spartan Harzy. If they was to bring this model back, put a Magna Cut or S45 blade on it, maybe do some different scale options, I think this would be a hell of a seller. I don't know. I'm not sure why it didn't sell well. I've never even handled one of these. I have seen them, but I've never handled it. There is a couple things that's not awesome about this knife, but they're definitely not deal breakers. The clip, the way it attaches here, is kind of odd, but it works. This is the only thing, as far as I know, holding the frame together. This ramp for the clip is excessively high, and you can feel it. Otherwise, the ergos are amazing, but you can definitely feel that. I'm curious about this pivot, what it looks like, what we got going on there. So let's take this scale loose. It is T6. I don't know. I think I've seen quite a few knives that have hidden pivots. It's a cool looking touch, but I don't think it's very smart. Yeah, so you just got a standard pivot in there. And yes, that is the only thing holding this frame together, is this big 1/4 inch hex nut. I don't know even what that's called, and I should. That's quite embarrassing. Anyway, the carbon fiber is just your standard run-of-the-mill stuff, but it looks pretty good. I don't see any voids in it. If they did these in some fat carbon, which I'm not a huge fan of, but everybody else seems to be, so it would probably sell a ton of them just for that, just by doing that. So Spartan, I recommend you putting this knife back out there. Just change up the materials a little bit, maybe some fat carbon, some Magna Cut blade. I bet you'd sell a bunch because it's good. It's very good. The action is ridiculous for a bronze washer. Definitely phosphor bronze washers in there. Yeah, crazy solid, excellent knife. I'm digging it. I'm absolutely gonna hang on to this one for sure. Here it is up against the Paramilitary 2. They're almost identical in length, so that gives you a rough idea. Again, I absolutely recommend, if you have the funds to do so, going and grabbing one of these before they are gone, because it is absolutely worth it. They do have different color frames, different color blades, and G10 handles as well. They have an FDE Cerakoted handled one that looks pretty cool. just your standard stonewash blade version as well. Great knife. I'm going to hang on to this one. I really like it. Alright guys, that's all I got for you today. If you have ever had any experience with this knife, let me know down in the comments. If you guys went to Blade Show, let me know in the comments what you got, what you seen, what you think is cool. I wasn't able to go this year, but hopefully next year. Alright guys, be good to each other, be nice to each other, and don't be a cunt, because then everybody will walk away from you. Later.